Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of the Shadow Gallery. I'm your host, James Donnelly. This is take three. I had some problems with the earlier two takes. Tonight, there will be. The reason that I say this is special is that there are going to be two primary focuses. Um, and sadly, they intersect. Um, uh, for those of you who follow, other comic writers and creators, artists on the Twitter sphere or the blogosphere or on Facebook, whatever, uh, you no doubt have heard that today we lost a very talented young man by the name of Dwayne McDuffie. Um, he was an extremely talented man in the realm of comics and of animation, which for me personally, is primarily where I know him from. But there was a time where Dwayne was working on Justice League of America after Brad Meltzer left, which was a really wonderful run on the comic. But primarily for me, he was known as working on shows like Batman Beyond and Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He also did a lot of work on the cartoon Static Shock. He had done work on Ben 10 Alien Force. Um, I was a big fan of his, and I was very much looking forward to today's release of DC Animated's newest video release of All Star Superman, based on the series by Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly, and that he had adapted it for the screen. Um, uh, if any of Dwayne's family or friends are watching, um, it's unlikely that you are. But if you do see this at any point in time ever, just know that my thoughts are with you, and you have my very deepest condolences for certain. It's a great loss to the comic and animation world, and obviously a personal one for those who knew him. And were friends with him. I followed him on Facebook, and it's very unexpected to literally have read posts that he put up on Facebook 2 days ago about his excitement for today's release of this animated film, and today he's no longer with us. He's gone. Causes are not known as of yet. I'm sure that we'll know more as time goes on. It's really of little consequence at this point in time. Um, it stirred up emotionally in me a lot of feelings, a lot of pretty strong feelings. Um, uh, just because you know I know what it's like to have someone taken from you far too soon in life, and I'm not here to air my own emotional state about this, but obviously that's going to influence what I have to talk about, um, because I think it's important to recognize the man as well as the work. Sometimes they have to go hand in hand. Um, so it's really what's made more tragic about this is that after watching All Star Superman, after running out and purchasing it today, um, uh, knowing that this happened, I was going to get it anyway. But certainly knowing this had happened had lent that much more speed to my foot so that I could get myself to the store and buy a copy. Um, uh, uh, Sorry. It's, like I said, it's an emotional time. Um, but this is really, I would say, his crowning achievement in his work. He's done some really, really, really good work in the past, but this adaptation that he did of Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely's All-Star Superman is really, I would say, without a doubt, his best work ever. Um, and it's terribly sad, uh, to know that this man with this talent is no longer here. Um, but uh, as as I would expect, um, you know, I, anyway, it's kind of a stupid thing to say, but shifting gears. We're going to talk about All-Star Superman in just a few moments. We're going to come back from the break, and we're going to talk about the actual film. This particular segment of the Shadow Gallery is more of, I want to do, if I knew more about video editing, things like that, if I could actually, legally, get some of these things and edit some of his work together, I would gladly do that. I know that many of the people that knew him in the industry are all, of course, very saddened, shocked and saddened about this. They've actually gone into putting together a panel, a memorial panel for him at Emerald City Comic Con, which is coming up very shortly. I think it's coming up in early March. That's an extremely powerful, stance of kind of solidarity on behalf of the comics industry, the comics and animation industry, to come together in the face of a tragic death such as Dwayne's. So I'm going to be back, like I said, just in a few seconds for you, probably a little bit longer for me, and then we'll talk about All-Star Superman. Okay, so this was for. Is for me, again, for me expressing my thoughts on Dwayne, and my thoughts my thoughts for his family and friends. So, for those who want to see the review, please stick around. For those who are seeing a tribute to Dwight, again, my thoughts are with you. So, we'll see you soon.